Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I have an exciting video today because I'm going to be playing around with a lot of hyped new makeup products. So I have a bunch of products here that I'm really excited about. So I will be trying out the Anastasia Nouveau palette, which looks absolutely gorgeous. Like the shades in here are just absolutely beautiful. I cannot wait to see what look I come up with using this. I also have the new L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear bronzer, which I'm excited about because there's not many drugstore bronzers that I like, so I'm excited to see how this one goes. I've also got this Maybelline Superstay Vinyl Ink Lip, which I'm excited to try out, and I have a new one of the Anastasia lip liners. This is a different shade to my other one. I also have the Benefit their Real Extreme Precision liner, which I'll be using. I have actually been really enjoying this lately, so I'll be demoing that for you today. And I also have this Anastasia nude eyeliner, because you guys know I love like a nude liner in my waterline, so I'm going to be demoing that today. And then I'll be using on my face the new Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation. I've used this once before, but it was a while ago, and I forget how it wears. Also the Milk Hydro setting spray. I've heard a lot of people talking about this lately. I have used it a couple of times before, but it was a while ago. I can't remember how I really liked this. And I also have this little primer from Mercier. This is one of their new Pure Canvas Primers. I believe it's new, so I'll be trying that out on my face as well today. And I'll also be throwing in a couple of other bits and bobs to finish off my face, of course, but that's like the main new pieces that I have there that I'm excited to try out and also demo for you. So yeah, everything that I've used in the video today I will link down below in the description box for you. And yeah, I hope you subscribe to my channel if you are new. I'd also love it if you gave the video a thumbs up if you like and enjoy it. And yeah, we'll just go ahead and we'll get started now. Okay, so I've zoomed you in a bit closer so hopefully you can see a bit better. And I'm going to start off with my eyes first, and I'm just going to prime my eyes with my MAC Painterly paint pots. So I've been away for quite a bit of time, so if you guys don't know, I went on holiday about a month ago now, and it was so good. Like, I really enjoyed it. So I was away for just over 2 weeks, so I haven't uploaded anything in over 2 months on my channel, just because I just took a little bit of a break before I went on holiday and also after I came back as well. So I'm excited to get back into more content now, like do more content for you guys. And like obviously with the advent calendars and things like that are coming up from Look Fantastic, Glossybox and things like that, which I should be getting in PR, so I'm excited to unbox them for you guys. So they should be up pretty soon, I think probably within the next month, I would assume, because like they do get released quite early, so I'm excited about them. And of course I'll get back to doing the monthly unboxings as well. I just like didn't upload any unboxings for the past few months there as well, just because like I was away in that, but I have been receiving the boxes, which I'm really grateful for, and I've actually been really liking this, the monthlies the past few months from Glossybox and Look Fantastic. They've been actually quite good. I've got one of the products on my face today from the latest Look Fantastic beauty box, so I'll just actually share that with you. It's the Siren Aqua Hydrating Mask. So this is supposed to be like a night treatment, like you're supposed to apply it before you go to bed, but like when does your skin know when you're sleeping? So I just applied it just now because like a very hydrating product. I've been really liking this. I've used it a couple of times already and it feels lovely on the skin, and I just love the formula of this. It's like my favourite type of skincare product. It's like a gel, like a jelly water product. It is just so amazing. Like, I just love the texture of it. It just feels amazing on the skin and that. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to start off with the Anastasia Nouveau, I don't know how you say this, eyeshadow palette, which looks like this inside. So we have like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 shades inside, and it's just beautiful. It's like a really kind of forest, kind of gardeny, kind of greenish palette, like Like, I think the shades in here are just beautiful. Like, the star of the show is obviously this purple shade, which I'm definitely going to be trying out today. Like, I really need to try that out. So I think there's a bunch of different textures in this. There's like, or formulas. It says an eyeshadow and pressed pigment palette. So there's a couple of shades in here. I think Wisteria is one of them. And I assume a couple of the other matte shades here would be pressed pigments as well. They technically are not supposed to be used on your eyes, but like, it doesn't make much sense to me, because why put it in an eyeshadow palette really if they're supposed to be for like the face or something. And like, yeah, I'll definitely be using them on my eyes. So many beautiful shades in here. Like, it looks like there's some shimmers as well as metallics, and of course the mattes in the palette, which is great. So we've got basically the full variety of different formulas. I think I want to start off with this shade here, which is Liberty. Yeah, I want to do some sort of green eye look, but I also want to add that purple in as well. So yeah, I'm going to start off with Liberty. I'm just going to place this to my outer corner. That's a really nice shade there. It's very pigmented as well. There is quite a bit of kick up in the pan, if you can see there, which is usually common with Anastasia palettes. Like, I have a bunch of hers which I love, but yeah, they do have quite a bit of kick up. So I'm glad that I'm doing my eyes before the rest of my face makeup. And I'm going to take the shade Wisteria. I'm so excited about this shade. So I think I'll apply that to the, no, I don't want to do that in the inner lid or in my crease. As you can see, there's a lot of kick up in the palette there, and there is a kind of like a wee bit of fallout there, like not too much with that green shade. But again, I would always just do your eyes before your face makeup just to be safe. I'm going to take this shade and I might concentrate it. This is a little bit puffier, this brush, but I might, yeah, that's going onto my lid there. This brush is a wee bit puffier, but there's no going back now, so I'm just going to have to go with this one. I only set out like a few brushes for, it went all over my lid. I actually didn't want that. I just wanted it to go into like my crease, but this is quite a big brush, but we'll just go with that because I can always apply another shade on top of it. So like, wow, that's super pigmented, that shade. So there is a bit more fallout with this shade than there was with the green. Like, it could be this brush, or it could just be the shade. Like, I think this shade is definitely one of the press pigments. I'm not too sure about Liberty, but I think it might be also, but that's a pressed pigment, the Wisteria shade, so I think that's why it's got a good bit of colour payoff as well as like the ton of fallout. It's going to take a little bit more of that Liberty shade just to go over a little bit of purple there. I really need to get myself some more eye brushes, like, because a lot of the brushes I have just now, like all these blending brushes, are quite big for my eyes. Like, they're the smallest ones that you get from like the brands, but they're still too big for my eyes, because my eyes are quite small. They're pretty tiny, and like, they might not look it on camera, but they actually are very small. So like, all these brushes are like so big for my eyes. Like, there's not actually that many brands out there that have really tiny brushes. Like, they have like a lot of detailing brushes, of course, but like, I need a wee tiny like blending brushes. If you have any recommendations on brands that have wee tiny blending brushes, then I would love to know. Just let me know in the comment section. Okay, so I want to keep going with the green shades. I'm going to pick up this one here, Hope. This looks like it might be a metallic. Yeah, that looks really, it feels really creamy. Yeah, that feels really creamy. I just swatched on the back of my hand there. Like, absolutely beautiful shade that. So I'm going to pick that up with my finger. I feel like that's the best way to apply a metallic shade anyway. And I'm just going to apply this kind of like to the centre portion of my lid. Yeah, wow. Wow, wow, that is so pigmented. Yes, I'm just kind of applying it where the purple and the green shade, like the matte ones, meet, just kind of to marry those two shades together. I'm going to stick another shade in the inner part of my lid, so it doesn't matter that there's a harsh line there just now, because that will be fixed in a second. The shade Belle looks really nice, but I think that was going to be too dark for the inner corner. Like, that would have actually been quite nice on the outer portion of my eyes. I'm going to tap a little bit of this Belle shade just on the outer corner of my lid, and I just took that right over that Liberty shade, just picking up a little bit of Liberty, just going over that there because it went too high up, that metallic. Just keeping it quite low. Has a bit more of a goldeny bronze shift to the Belle shade, or like the colour's quite goldeny bronze, which is really nice actually. Goes beautiful with that green shade, but I don't want to pack too much on there because I still want to keep my outer corner quite deep. Okay, so there's not a light shimmery shade that I can really apply to the inner corner. The only lightest one I think would be quite nice to finish off the inner part of the lid would be this Wings shade. So I'm going to take this again with my finger, picks up really nicely, and then I'm just going to, oh yeah, apply that well to the inner portion of my lid, just slightly dragging up onto the Hope shade. I'm actually going to take it a wee bit further up so it blends into the purple. I'm going to take this brightness down a little bit just so you can see like how gorgeous is that. Like, obviously once I apply my liner, my mascara and everything like that, it will really bring this look together. I'm going to apply the shade Fleur, which is this one here, just to kind of blend the edges of these shades, just to kind of give me just a nice subtle edge. So I'll finish off on my lower lash line once I've applied my face makeup. It's going to tidy up this fallout just now. Okay, so for liner, I'm going to use the Benefit the Real liner. So I've used this a bunch of times already, and I really love this. It's actually really nice and kind of like liquidy, but you know, it goes over like shades pretty well, like mattes, metallics and all of that, which is good. So hopefully it goes over these ones as well, because the first time I tried that palette, of course. It's nice and liquidy, it gives a really nice jet black finish as well. Okay, so I'm going to try the Mercier Pure Canvas Primer. I don't tend to use a lot of primer on my face, to be honest, but I like that this one says hydrating, so I'm definitely going to give that a go. And it also says it's silicone free as well, so it'll feel more like, yeah, it's more like a very light cream, which is good. It smells quite fresh. Is it minty or is it, I don't know, it just smells not bad. The foundation I'm using, of course, is the Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation, the new one, which is a little bit more matte on the skin, like, yeah, than my other foundations I have. So I wanted to hydrate my skin a bit beforehand. Like, my skin is just starting to dry up again since I've came back from holiday. Like, when I was on holiday, my skin was so like glowy and just very hydrated. Like, my skin just felt, when I ran my hands over it on holiday, it was just so like smooth and like soft and just looked really shiny. But since I come back, it's going dry again, which is ridiculous. But anyway, this is a foundation here. Like I said, I've used it once before, but it was a while ago, so I'm excited to see how it goes again. I do remember it was a little bit more matte on the skin than my favourite foundation right now, which is the NARS Radiance. Is it Radiance? NARS Light Reflecting, sorry, foundation. That's my favourite foundation right now. It's beautiful. The shade I've got is 2N26. So, like, if you guys already been on your summer holidays, or are you going anywhere, you know, coming up, I would love to know. I went to Greece. I went to Crete. Like, that's my favourite place to go. I've been a bunch of times before. Like, Greece I've been a bunch of times before. Crete I've been twice. Yeah. and I absolutely love it there. It's beautiful. But I would love to know if you guys are going anywhere or have been anywhere this summer. Like, holidays are just the best thing ever, so I would love to know where you guys have been or if you're going anywhere soon. This is a nice foundation, but it's not as good as the NARS Light Reflecting. I do prefer that a lot more, but like, I love the packaging and everything for this. It's really, really modern and sleek, really nice. But yeah, I do like the Light Reflecting from NARS a bit more. Like, well, I do like it, yeah, better, because it just looks more perfecting on the skin. It just has a more flawless finish, if you know what I mean. So yeah, this is a nice foundation. It does feel quite nice, and it actually doesn't feel as matte on the skin as what it did when I first used it, I believe. Yeah, maybe because it's that primer underneath. It is a nice foundation. It's just not my absolute favourite. I mean, of course, I will definitely continue to use it because I think it is nice. Just I do prefer the NARS one. Anyway, I wore the NARS one when I was away on holiday actually a lot. Like, for nighttime, it's so good for holiday. Like, it doesn't even make you sweat, which is great. There it was like 30, 32 degrees, sometimes 35 it would get up to during the day. During the day I was wearing the NARS, you know, the tinted moisturiser from NARS. I was wearing that during the day. That was so comfortable and great to wear during the day. Definitely take that again with me on holiday, and it lasted on my skin amazingly, you know, in 30 to 35 degrees. And then at night time, when it just dropped a little bit, not much though, I wore the NARS Light Reflective Foundation, and again, that was beautiful on the skin. It lasted so good on the skin as well. So I'm going to just use this concealer from Too Faced. This is the Born This Way Multi Sculpting one. I got a new one of this. It's in the shade Vanilla, because this is my favourite shade. I do have this in a bunch of shades, but this is my favourite shade. Yeah, I went through a full one of these already, but in saying that, I had it for a couple of years, so that'll be why it lasts such a long time. So I remember I used to do like big, you know, V shapes under my eyes with this, but like now as I've got older, I've started to use like less concealer than what I used to use. But then sometimes if you apply a little bit more of this one, it just makes your makeup look so much more glam and flawless. But anyway, I'm just going to blend this in with my Sigma FO3 brush, which is great for applying concealer. So guys, I got a bunch of makeup from Shein, so SheGlam, and I'm so excited to try it out. I've heard like amazing things about their makeup, so I'm so excited to do a review on that. So let me know if that's something you would like to see. Well, I'm probably going to do it anyway because I am just so excited to try all the stuff out. Yeah, I've got a bunch of stuff, so I'll have like more or less like a full face of makeup from them. So I'll be filming that quite soon, I think. I also picked up a bunch of clothes as well from them, so I might do like a little try on haul, clothing haul thing. I think that'd be quite good because I did get a bunch of really nice pieces. Like, they have so many clothes on their app, guys, like on their website, whatever. Like, their app is just so addictive. Like, it is absolutely crazy how much clothes they have on there that comes in daily. Like, they come in daily, which is unreal. So many different styles, you know, it's just amazing. It's so addictive, and it's like really cheap, like cheap for like the prices nowadays in these bloody retailers. The shipping is actually not that long. Like, I think my stuff took about a week to come, which is good, so that's great. I thought before, like when I heard about Shein, you'd be waiting like months for your clothes, and I didn't know if anything would turn up, you know. Everything comes like so well packaged and everything, which is great. So speaking of SheGlam, I actually got these little puffs from them. I've seen a lot of people using these lately to apply like their setting powder, and it looks so flawless, like the way it goes on. Yeah, so I got a couple of these. So this is one of the things I got from SheGlam, and I've used it once before, or twice, no, once before, and it looks so good. Like I mean, it applies the setting powder so well. So I'm just going to pick a little bit up. I'm just using the Mercier translucent setting powder, and I'm just going to set my concealer with this. So I was going to use a different setting powder to apply to my cheeks in that, but I'm just going to go with this one to apply it all over. Totally mattifying my skin here, but it just looks so much better really. And it's good to do this actually before you apply like bronzer and that on top, because it just gives it a nice smooth base for your powder to glide over. This is another product actually. The Mercier translucent powder is one of the products I was using on holiday as well. Like, it really set my makeup in place, and I think that's how it lasted a bit longer as well. I used the MAC setting powder too, not setting powder, sorry, the MAC setting spray as well to kind of lock in the makeup. So I think just a combination of all the makeup products that I used on holiday like made it last. I didn't sweat at all, and then that's what I'm saying, guys. It was like 30 odd degrees every day and I didn't sweat. It didn't melt off my face or anything, which is amazing. I'm just going to quickly fill in my brows before I try the next new product. So I'm just going to use the Benefit Precisely My Brow. I had to buy another new one of these when I came back from holiday because I used the full thing up, in the 2 weeks that I was away. Like, it's crazy. Okay, so the next new product that I'm going to use is the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Bronzer. So this I'm really excited about because it is a matte bronzer, which I love for my skin, and also it's from L'Oreal, which are usually really good from the drugstore, and it is a drugstore product because, like I've mentioned a few times before, I'm not really a fan of drugstore bronzers. I feel like their formula is just off, the colours are off. Like, yeah, I always usually go for high-end bronzers, as you guys probably know from my watching my channel. But I'm excited to try this one, and it smells nice and fresh. Like, I can't remember if it smells like the foundation. It probably does. Like, there's a Fresh Wear foundation that's really nice. It's been a while since I've used that, so I might actually get that out and use that soon. Yeah. So anyway, it looked super nice, this bronzer. Comes with like a mirror under here, but I've noticed that they don't have the little brush bit now. I don't know if mine just is missing it or what, but I don't really care for those brushes anyway. But yeah, just FYI. It looks like a really nice shade. I do have it in the shade, what shade is this? Is there a shade name on this? Yes, light medium, which is 300. Straight away there's a lot of kick up with it. Oh my gosh. Anyway. Okay, so that's actually quite nice. It has a bit of a cool tone to it, or a cool undertone to it. You know, it's giving me like a contoured vibe as well. Like, I always usually take my bronzer in like an angle when I apply it to slightly contour my cheeks as well as bronze them. And yeah, as you can see, it's giving me a little bit of shadow there, which is actually really nice. It has a tiny bit of a red tinge to it, which is usually quite nice in a bronzer as well. But it definitely has that shadow effect, which is good. Hopefully it's coming across well on camera, because I do have this new tablet here. It's like a monitor that I use to see myself on. It's like a tablet obviously, but it's a bigger one, it's a new one, and I've noticed that the colour of it, like the colour that I see on my tablet to the colour I see on my camera, is actually different from each other, which is annoying. My last tablet I think was a bit more true to colour, but that was dying on me all the time. I couldn't cope with that, so I had to get a new one. And I need like a bigger screen and monitor, because as you know, the viewfinders on the cameras are pretty tiny, and my camera's sitting a wee bit far back, so yeah, I don't have the best of eyesight either to see myself that far back, so I have to have like a bigger monitor in front of me sort of thing to see myself. And the tablet that I got is a bigger one, like much bigger one, which is great, but the only thing is the colour. What on earth is this on my lip? I have no clue what that was on my lip there at all. But anyway, like I said, the only thing is it's the colour's a little bit off on it compared to my camera. So that's annoying. So this bronzer is really nice. But the only thing is, look at the mess of this. Like, the kick up is unreal. Look at it. It's like so much powder everywhere. Like, what is going on with that? Let me know if you guys have tried this bronzer, how you feel about it, and does yours kick up like this? Because it's like mega kick up, which is unreal. But it's a very pigmented bronzer, which is great. Like, I'm loving that about it. I love that it has that slight coolness to it as well, and even that red tinge from it's quite nice, because it gives you that kind of contoured vibe, which is great, as well as bronzing the cheeks. So yeah, very pretty bronzer, and it's very flawless on the skin as well. Like, it could be the mix of, like, you know, the foundation and the powder, you know, that's making it super flawless. Like, I'll have to try it with like other foundations, things like that as well, but so far so good. For my eyes, I'm gonna try out this, not try out this, sorry, I have tried this once only the other day there. It's the Anastasia Pro Pencil, and this was nice. It's nice and creamy. It lasted in my eyes as well, because I do have like the Makeup by Mario one, yeah, but I don't feel like it lasts on my eyes, or in my waterline, should I say. It doesn't last in my waterline as much as the Rimmel one I have. I have the Rimmel nude liner. It's amazing, like the best one, especially drugstore, should I say, because it's very, very cheap compared to this one, obviously. But when I used this one the other day there, it lasted really well on my eyes, and I loved how creamy it was, and it was super brightening in the eyes as well. So yeah, this is like a hit right now. I'm really liking this. As you can see, this is so good in the waterline. Really brightens up the eyes. Once I apply like my lashes, everything will come together. Should I apply anything to my lower lash line? Some of that purple shade on the lower lash line. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'll just do a little bit of the purple. Like, I'll just do a little bit of the purple, maybe, see how it goes. Running this along my lower lash line. Like, it will not make a huge difference there, but it's just going to add something. Okay, so now I'm going to try the Milk Hydro Setting Spray. So like I said, I've seen a lot of people talking about this lately. I have had this for a while. It's like a little mini one. I've used it a couple of times before, but I can't remember how it went. That was nice. Like, it comes out really, you know, full on sort of thing, but it's not like aggressive where, like, you know, you get droplets all over your face. Like, it actually looks, you know, good in the face. I haven't seen it like messing up my makeup or anything like that, so which is good. Dries down onto the skin. Like, yeah, it doesn't leave like a sticky feeling to the skin. Like, it really kind of absorbs well into the skin there. So hopefully it grips the makeup and keeps it in place and keeps me feeling fresh throughout the day. Like, I've been using the MAC setting spray a lot lately, and that's really good. This one doesn't have like a scent to it and anything, you know, whereas the MAC one has a bit of a scent to it, but this one, I don't really smell anything from it, which is quite good, so I don't think there's going to be any heavy perfume in there or anything. I'm now going to try out some lip products. So like I said, I have this new shade here from Anastasia. It's the, well, the lip liners have been out for a little while, but they're like so hyped right now. They're really popular. I love the shape of them, and the formula is really good. I have like the shade Cool Brown already, which is lovely. This is the shade Hazelnut, so it's lighter than Cool Brown. Really beautiful pencil. I love like the square, like edge detailing to it. I have the Maybelline Superstay Vinyl Ink lip to try out. This one's in the shade 15 Peachy. Oh, smells delicious. Smells so fruity, like mixed between kind of like toffee, vanilla and fruit, which is really, really nice. So packaging for these is really nice for drugstore. Beautiful packaging. Doe foot looks good as well. It's kind of like a flatter doe foot, which looks like it might be really good. So this is the shade Peachy, so it may have a peachy tinge to it. Like, yeah, I think that might go with the eye look. We'll just go with it because this is a testing video, so don't have to be perfect, you know, that nothing has to completely go. I think I would actually apply this with a lighter shade lip liner, just because I like my peachy lips to look nice and peachy, like kind of brighter peachy. This is like a pinky peach. It's not like an orangey peach, you know what I mean? This is a pinky peachy colour, which I think would look beautiful with more of a pinky lip liner. So I'll do that next time I apply this, or wear it, should I say. It feels quite nice so far. Like, it is a bit tacky just now, but it is a lip vinyl, so it's going to dry a little bit more matte, like it's a liquid lipstick sort of idea, so it's going to dry a bit more matte, I think. Shade is pretty, it is pretty, but just a bit too dark for maybe this eye look. Something a bit more nude would be good for this eye look, but of course I'm just trying everything out. It's not like an actual makeup tutorial, this. Yeah, but just because I have to, I'm going to apply a little bit of this this lip gloss. It is, once this sets, I'm going to apply a little bit of this. This is from NYX. This is their butter gloss, and it's in the shade Maybelline. So I'm going to apply a little bit of this. It's a bit more of a lighter pink shade, which might lighten up this lip a bit. Oh yeah, beautiful. Like, that's just added. Still a little bit darker than I wanted, but it's definitely adding a little bit more pink and lightness to the lip. And obviously this has a glossy finish to it. We'll just go with that just now. Like, really pretty lip. Just maybe not the best with this eye look, but whatevs. Okay, so here's my finished look using the products. So I'm just going to run through everything and tell you my first impressions on everything. So first of all, the Anastasia eyeshadow palette. Like, this is beautiful. Like, I love the packaging design for this. It's so beautiful. One thing that I noticed with this Anastasia palette, which you guys may have noticed as well, is the eyeshadow pan size is bigger, which is great compared to her other palettes. And also she's taken away the you know, the little kind of space that they had for the brush, which is good. So it makes the palette overall a bit bigger, makes like room for the eyeshadow so a bit bigger as well, because to be honest, I never used the brushes that was in the palettes anyway, so I like that she's taken that away. I don't know if that will continue to happen in our palettes moving forward, but I like that this one doesn't have that in it. Just makes the palette a bit more roomy and a bit bigger kind of thing. Yeah, I like that. Love that it comes with a mirror. I love the texture on the palette, and I feel that it's not going to get as dirty as like the velvet palettes, so I like that. Also love the gold detailing on it as well. The shades are beautiful, like absolutely stunning shades in here. I love the kind of lights, garden, kind of greeny, earthy colours in here. It's just beautiful. That purple is just the standout of the palette. Super beautiful combination of colours here. I'm excited to use it more. You know, I want to delve into like this shade here that's called Lily. I think that'll look beautiful with like these darker shades here. Like, yeah, that's going to look gorgeous. I cannot wait for that. I'm loving the formulas, are great. Like, the mattes so far have performed beautiful. Like, I love how easy blendable they are. Like, a good bit of kick up from, you know, the palette. Not too much fallout though when you apply them to the eyes, but of course I would just apply my eye stuff before my face makeup. The few kind of metallic shades that I used, which are Wings, Belle and Hope, these three shades right here, absolutely beautiful. They pick up amazingly, like as you can see there, and let me just swatch them on my hands there. Like, they apply so beautiful to the eyes. It's super creamy, very buttery. If you've been on the fence about getting this palette, then I would say definitely get it, because it is gorgeous. I think it's a very unique palette as well. Like, the shades inside are just very unique, you know, to any other palette that I have right now. Yeah, very impressed with it. So that is gorgeous. The Laura Mercier primer is been really nice as well. It's nice and hydrating. I feel like with this, it's something that I'm going to just be able to have more of opinion about, like, you know, the more I use it, and like throughout the day as well, because obviously I'll see how hydrated my skin feels throughout the day. But so far it feels really nice, and I also like that it hasn't like gunked up my foundation, because sometimes with primers, and I think it's mostly with silicone primers, you can get like this gunk up where, like, I don't know what it is, it's like your whole face just starts to peel. But this so far has been really nice. Like, it feels hydrating on the skin. It was a nice kind of smooth base for me to apply my foundation, which the Makeup Forever HD Skin, which is a really nice foundation. It applies lovely, it has a nice finish to it as well. It's a little bit more matte on the skin. It's not a super radiant foundation, and it's not like a glowy, it's not a radiant foundation, it's not a super matte foundation, it's sort of like in between. So that is another nice product. I'm really happy with that. The bronzer from L'Oreal, the Infallible Fresh Wear Matte Bronzer. This, first of all, I love because it's a matte. I also love that it's a drugstore bronzer, because, you know, there's not many really good ones from the drugstore, and I don't really see that many come out in the drugstore, like, especially not here in the UK. Like, I don't know what it's like maybe in the US and Europe, but the UK doesn't have too many bronzers coming out all the time in the drugstore. So I'm happy to see, you know, this one from L'Oreal come out. The packaging of it is just standard L'Oreal, like you see this packaging all the time, which is nice. Drugstore, like, whatever, it's nice. The formula of this is lovely. It's like beautiful. Like, it's such a soft smooth bronzer. Like, when you apply it to the skin, it's super like blendable, super soft, very, you know, very pigmented. It just applies lovely to the skin. It has a nice kind of depth to it as well, so that it means you can kind of contour with it. Yeah, I really like that. It has a nice fresh scent to it as well when you're applying it. I love that it's matte, because I'm not a fan of shimmers. So yeah, really lovely bronzer. The only thing that I don't like about this is the amount of kick up. Like, it's bad. It's like really bad. It's everywhere as soon as you tap your brush into it. I mean, I don't know if it's just that brush I'm using or whatever, but I'll try another brush out the next time to see if I get the same, you know, problem. But like, overall, really beautiful bronzer. Love the formula of it, incredible. So I can deal with that kick up in it, but like, you know, product waste, isn't it, like when it kicks up? But anyway, yeah, really beautiful bronzer, really enjoying that. So I do recommend that to you guys if you haven't tried it already. The Milk Hydro Setting Spray is really nice as well. It has, now that I'm looking at my skin, a little bit of a glow to it, which is nice. Like, not too much, but there is a little bit of glowiness there. So I'm excited to see how this lasts on my skin. Like, I've seen a lot of people talking about it lately, saying it's been really good, so I'm excited. I had a little mini of this. I forgot all about it, so I've seen a lot of people using it, and I'm like, I'm sure I have that. And I did, which is good. The next thing as well that I used was the Benefit The Real liner. This is beautiful, so nice. I've used it a couple of times already. Really easy to apply, super jet black, lasts a long time in the eyes. I do like the shape of it, even though, you know, it's a little bit chunkier here, but I feel like it's still quite easy, you know, to use. The Anastasia Pro Pencil, this is really nice from her. Really beautiful, kind of creamy nude for the waterline. Let me just have a little close up here just to make sure it's lasting. Yeah, it's lasting really good on the eyes, I think. Yeah, I wore it there a couple of days ago there, and it was really nice on my eyes. It lasted all day, so hopefully it does the same again today. Nice and creamy, like I said. Enjoying that. The Anastasia lip pencil, love these from her, really nice. I would love to pick up some more shades from, you know, the collection. So far I have hazelnut and cool brown. I'd love to get maybe like a pinky colour, like a nudie pink, so I'll have to see which other shades she has. Very creamy lip liner, but not a slip and slide creamy lip liner, which is good. Love the design of it, very sleek, beautiful. Love Anastasia's packaging. The Maybelline lip vinyl, this is lovely as well. Has a nice formula to it, you know, it's like it dries a little bit more matte on the lips, but still has a little bit of a sheen to it. Yeah, but I applied, of course, that gloss on top to give me that more glossy effect, which was the NYX Butter Gloss in Maybelline. That, you know, applied on top there because I do like a glossy lip, but The formula was nice. The only reason why I applied that is just to get it to lighten up a little bit for this eye look, but I don't actually think it's done anything. It's not as light or as pink as I wanted it, but anyway, doesn't matter, it's only a testing video. But yeah, so far this is really nice. I'm enjoying this. But yeah, I think that's me went through everything that I've tried today. And yeah, overall it's been a really good testing video. I'm happy with more or less like everything in the video, which is good. Yeah, a lot of good products here that I'm excited to continue using. And yeah, so I will link everything down below in the description box for you guys if you're interested in trying anything out for yourself. And of course, if there's anything that I've tried here that you're loving or not loving, I would love to know your thoughts and all that down in the comment section. And if you are brand new to my channel, then please hit the subscribe button down below and turn on the post notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. And of course, if you like and enjoy this video, then give it a big thumbs up because it really helps out my channel. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon in my next video. Bye.